What's up? Welcome to the channel. This is Cosmic Tech ASMR. Today we're going to be looking at the RIVERSONG Motive 3 in more detail. So I'm just going to go quickly over all the features. So let's switch over to the watch. Okay, so here we are on the watch. I'm going to go over all the apps that this watch has to offer. Honestly, for only $20, this watch has been really amazing. It also holds really good battery life. So this watch face is actually one of the custom watch faces that I did download on the app. If you go ahead and hold it here, you're able to switch the watch faces. So these are the ones it comes with preloaded. Some of these are pretty cool. I kind of like this one. This is one of the ones that comes preloaded, but honestly I do like the one that I downloaded on the app a lot better. Has my step count, the date, the time. What I like the most is that it shows the battery life here. So if we pull down from the top of the watch here, we get this quick access menu. This allows you to change the brightness really quickly here on the fly. And then let me dim it down so that the camera captures it well. Right here, you're able to disable the vibration. From here, this has Find My Phone. So if you do have it connected to the app on your phone and you click this, your phone will start ringing. Next is a flashlight here. So if you click it, it'll turn white here. So you'll be able to use this as a flashlight, and it is decently bright at nighttime. So that turns it off and turn it back on. So we're gonna exit now, go back to the screen. This here is movie mode. What this means is if you click it, it'll turn down the brightness, and then it'll also turn off the vibration. So one of my favorite features is this here. It's the weather. So you're able to check the weather here for all of the days of the week. Next, we have the settings menu here. So if you click this, you have your main settings here. First, let's go into the menu. So we're gonna change it to the list view so that you could see all the names of the apps and we could see what all of those do. So I'm going back here by pressing the scroll wheel. It doesn't work as a scroll wheel. It only works as a button to go back. Okay, so here we swipe left, we have all the apps here. So these are all the apps it has. It has sports, so if you click that, it tracks your steps here, and then you have some information regarding your calories and the amount of time you've worked out or the amount of miles you've walked. If you click sleep, this you do need to have it on. I have seen some comments about this watch on the product page that says it does track it if you leave it off to the side, but I tried that before and it didn't work. It did work while I had it on and I was sleeping though. You can measure your heart rate here, and I did compare it to my expensive fitness tracker over here. It's a Fitbit tracker, and it was fairly accurate. They did have similar readings. They were off probably by just a few points. And then after you measure your heart rate, it does tell you whether you're doing good or bad or if it's too high. On here, if you track your heart rate throughout the day, it will save it. All right, next we have exercise. So here you could actually start an exercise and it'll go ahead and time it for you. So we have it here counting down, and now we've started exercising. So it'll track your steps, it'll track your blood pressure and your calories as well. Then it'll say whether your activity is moderate, light, or heavy. And then you could stop it here if you need to. Okay, so this is the measure your blood pressure. I believe the other one was measure your heart rate. So I was reading that wrong. I'm not sure if I said blood pressure earlier. But yeah, this is the one that measures your blood pressure, and it'll actually give you your readings here. So it'll have your SBP and your DBP. Then it tells you what's a normal range here, which is really cool, just for reference. And then right here, as you keep tracking your blood pressure, it'll go ahead and log it. Now we have SpO2. This is your oxygen levels, and it does work pretty good as well. It tells you your readings here, what's good, what's bad. And again, it tracks it down here. Next, we have photo shutter. So from this, it actually only works, or I only got it to work directly on the app. So the app has a camera option or a camera interface where you could take pictures by clicking your button here or clicking on the screen as well. Next, we have the music player. So if you do have music playing on your phone, you're able to switch tracks and pause tracks through here as well. I don't have my phone connected, but it does work pretty well. And you could just click to change tracks or pause it or whatever you need directly on the watch. Next, we have this Breathe app. So this is sort of like a meditation app where you focus on your breath. So as it goes in, you breathe in. As it goes out, you breathe out. Okay, so right here is tracking how many cycles you do. So it'll be in and out. That'll be 1 cycle up until 8 cycles. So that's pretty cool as well. Next, we have a stopwatch. So this is a regular stopwatch. You could set it up. You could pin your times here, which is really cool. And then you could stop it if you need to and then reset it. Next is alarms. So you could set up to 3 alarms here, and it also makes it easier if you do it on the app. So it'll let you change the times. It doesn't let you change it directly on the watch. Next is countdown. This is one of the things I use most on my Fitbit. The bad thing about this watch is that it only has these set times, so you're not able to customize them. But either way, they work good. So with the countdown tracker, one thing I don't like about it is that when your watch goes to sleep while you have it on, it will exit you all the way out to the main menu. So you would have to go all the way back in through all the apps to go ahead and access your countdown timer in case you need to set up another one. Now let's go back into settings. So this is the grid view here, which is really cool. It's kind of like an Apple Watch grid view. So if you change it, you have this option here. So it lets you quickly access your apps. And also it looks really cool as well. One of the downsides of this watch is that if you do have it at full brightness, if you are in direct sunlight, it's still very dim. But other than in direct sunlight, the watch is really good on its brightness. Now let's look at the other settings it has here. So it looks like these are all the same ones. So there's no additional settings. You do have the reset option here, which will completely reset your watch so that you could pair it to a new phone. So you also have the power off option here. In the about section, it'll just tell you your MAC address and other information about the watch. It doesn't really tell you about the firmware. And honestly, for only $20, I do highly recommend this watch. It does have good battery life. The only downside I see is that in direct sunlight, it is very dim, but other than that, it's really great. And if you do want to purchase this watch, there will be a link in the description.